What is up, Cinders? Welcome back to Chicken Cindy's, and this is actually a first on the channel. Welcome everybody. If this is your first time here, I'm Josh, and this is Chicken Cindy's, where we kind of just talk and discuss and review and build all things bike related. I was reached out by Qronge here, and they wanted to send me their Meteor. So this is a e-bike. It's the first time I've actually had a e-bike where I've done a actual video over it for the couple years, however many years it's been now that I've been doing YouTube videos. So we're just gonna kind of take this video nice and easy. We're going to unbox it, we're gonna build it, and we're gonna see what we got. So as we kind of go, there's probably gonna be some questions on my part. There's probably gonna be some questions as I build it. I do have a full suspension e-bike now. Loving it. I will probably do a review over it sometime. It's a Yamaha, and it's a really cool bike. But I'm really excited over this. This is gonna be more of like a commuter style one. And honestly, what my thought process over this bike was to get it set up for Marley, my wife. The other day, I was on a ride, and I saw a gentleman riding his road bike, and it looked like he had his parents in front of him on e-bikes. So I was kind of like, Marley can't necessarily keep up with me on the road rides, so maybe I could put her on this, and then she can keep up with me and do my longer rides with me. So I thought that would be something really cool. So let's just keep trucking and get this thing out of the box, and this sucker is heavy. Getting it down to the basement to the coupe was interesting to say the least. Always gotta check out the goodie box. Let's see what they sent us. I'm guessing reflectors and all kinds of good stuff. Holy cow! And then some. So, looks like we got some, looks like some kind of cable protector, I'm guessing, to like wrap around. Of course, with an e-bike, there are a lot more cables than your typical bike. Nice looking lock. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that was gonna come with this. So maybe this is like a different version that comes with some extra stuff. Hey, look at that. Little rotatable phone holder, 360. That's cool. Typical black pedals for you, or your just flat pedals, throw them on there, forget about it. Let's see what's in this box. We do like boxes, all kinds of boxes. Oh, part of the charger. So looks like you have an external brick on it. So some people like those, some people don't like those. I'm pretty indifferent. There's the actual part that plugs into the wall. And then one more box in the box of boxes of boxy boxes. Box. Let's see what this last one is. Journal. Reflectors and stuff? Lucky guess? Maybe? Oh, no. Fancy thing here. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, they're mirrors. Let me open it. That's actually kind of cool. You get this thing set up real well. Look at that. Another little box. Holy cow. Maybe this is the reflectors and such. I'm sure they're in here somewhere. I'm not sure. This is gonna be interesting. A bottle case holder for a water bottle. Yeah, looks nice. Ooh, here we go. I don't think I've ever gotten a flathead before in a bike. Does it flip? Oh, buddy. Phil loves in a flathead. That's kind of cool. All right. Not too bad. I don't know if this thing has a kickstand or not. I'm guessing it does. Typically, I feel like a lot of these bikes that kind of come like this do have kickstands. This thing is pretty neat looking. Got a little rear rack and stuff. Little e-bike user manual. Throw that up there. That's kind of what it's gonna look like when it's all built. All kinds of goodies zip tied on this bad boy. So let's slowly just start to peel stuff away, I guess. It's packaged really nice with just all the zip ties and the black foam and everything. So that's pretty sharp. I don't even, I'm really interested in this and just to see what I think. I would like to know if I can actually put the Mac right on this and go on little commuter rides with my daughter. Right, so we'll just keep chugging along. I'm not sure if it's a freewheel or if it's an actual cassette. It looks like it may be a cassette. A lot of this stuff I'm really not 100% sure about on this bike, just because they reached out to me, and I kind of talked to my wife Marley about it a little bit, and you know, I thought I don't know, I don't have anything like this, and I thought it'd be good to get it on the channel. So this is obviously a form of direct-to-consumer bike, so if you buy this bike, what you are seeing is kind of what you're going to be dealing with, in the sense of like what to expect unboxing-wise, things you should be getting as well. So I like doing unboxings anyhow. I think they're super fun. You kind of go through the whole, you know, experience as I do. I can free this wheel now. I think. Oh, there's a fender there. There's all kinds of jazz. Holy cow. There we go. I'll go throw this wheel there. Looks like it's got disc brakes, which is nice. What's this here? Maybe. There we go. Oh, a little pump. Oh, this little guy. Oh, there's a little pump right here. It's actually kind of cool. Only this big piece of foam on the top for now. And we'll just kind of gently clamp it in here. There we go. This will be a lot easier to work with now. Check out the saddle. That's a rather large saddle. Holy cow. I know some people absolutely love these saddles though. So, I mean, we'll ride it and see what we think, obviously. Not gonna not ride it. I gotta ride it stock for a little while before I start doing things. So much foam, which I mean is a good thing, because if you're buying a bike like this, you don't want it to, anything to happen to it in transit. Looks like it does come with a kickstand. Yep. So kickstand's already installed on it. That is quite the orange. Holy cow. That's not the orange I thought it was going to look like. It's really cool, honestly. It's a very, like, fluorescent bright orange. Looks like it's got wired lights, which is great. I know it had a wired headlight, so I love that little aspects of, like, safety features built in. That's great. I'm not 100% sure where some of these are going to go. I'll have to figure that out, honestly. Or I'll have to figure that out, kind of, as we start to assemble things and whatnot. It's got a pretty monstrous sized battery from what I was reading. I think it goes for like 40 to like 70 miles on a charge. Pretty basic coil fork that comes on this. I'm not sure brand yet, if any. It looks like it may be unbranded. It says it's class 2, 500 watts up to 20 miles per hour. Those tires look pretty nice. Chow Yang. I mean, they just need to be nothing crazy, just some, basically just some commuter tires. So not shooting for the stars or moon or anything here. We'll go here for the handlebars. So we'll put a little grease in here. So whenever we install those, because that's really the next part we're kind of on. Trying to figure out all of the cable management might be a little interesting to say the least. Got the keys zip tied up on here, it looks like. Try to uncover. Actually, let's just go ahead and unclip all this jazz too. There we go. It's like a big old mitten. I do like the tan for like the saddle and the grips. Pretty nice looking screen right there. Should I just be able to slide this one off now? Oh man. Oh, it's tucked. Okay, here we go. Oh, 10 out of 10. How do I want to do this? Probably want to go this way with it. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So going around, if I can get, this piece is a little tight. Looks like a 6 mil. Whew. First time for lucky guess? Lucky guess? Yeah, it's a 6. As I drop it. Oh gosh. It is in fact a 6. So let's loosen this a little bit and see if we can get that. There we go. Okay. So you'll loosen that a little bit, and then you should just be able to slide this all in. Oop, hang on. I just talked about it. Make sure you don't forget this piece. And we should be able to just you can do that if you want. Then you push it in. We'll get the heights and stuff eventually. Whenever these bars, hang on, have been tilted forward quite a bit. There we go. Now we're talking. We'll loosen this up a bit more. I still think it's just a little snug. There we go. And to get this in, the stem, it'll be righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of get a general height for it. This will probably be okay. This will definitely sit you up, make you cozy. Looks like it's gonna be pretty rise, kind of just like a commuter almost. So it'll probably be a very comfortable ride for sure. I feel like as of now, we're doing pretty good. We'll need to get the front wheel on. And then what we're really gonna have to figure out is all the mounts and everything. So I'll probably look at the manual for just a second and see if there's like where everything goes bolt-wise and stuff. But then other than that, getting the front wheel on, and I'll probably have to charge it. I'm not sure, surely, well, no, it did turn on. Show how much of a charge it has. The battery's at 90% actually, so okay, cool. That screen is super bright, holy cow. And we're gonna grease this so I don't forget to grease this. That'll do for now. Just to keep it up. The front wheel is bolts, not quick release. So you'll need to loosen both sides of the bolts. And this is kind of a safety clip. I'll show you how that works here in a second when we get in the actual fork. Pretty sure I didn't see any like tools to put this together. So we'll kind of keep an eye. Right now, 15 mil for the front. Oh, this is actually kind of bolted on. I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool. Wait, that bolt's not a 15 mil though. Loosen these with my hands. This little white thing is basically your kind of like your fork protector to protect where your wheel will sit in. So you're gonna put your rotor in between your disc brake right there. So, and then like I said, these little silver clips are safety clips, so make sure they're right next to your bolts because they're going to clip into these little holes. And it's kind of a safety feature. So it's gonna kind of help keep your wheel in place. So as you can see, I got that put in the rotor into the caliper. I'll finger tighten this, and because of those little silver clips, the retainers, that'll help keep the wheel in place until I get it snug and tight. And these bolts are just righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I like those little clips because they make it a lot easier to install your wheel. Because a lot of times with quick releases and bolts, I'll have the bike on the ground just to kind of use the weight of the bike to keep the wheel in place. So that's actually pretty nice. Got a couple mounts here too, so I'll have to adjust the disc or the caliper to keep that from rubbing. You already got your bolt here for your front fender. It's like a 5. It is in fact a 5. That is tight though, holy cow. Guess if you wanted to, you can install this before you put your wheel on. So we will now take this. I'm gonna kind of finger tighten this because you're gonna want these two to go there on this bolts. So we'll do one at a time. Some of these bolts are in this thing tight, holy cow. Pretty straightforward here. You're gonna take off the bolts, put your fender arm there, and then you're going to snug it down. So the manual actually has really nice colored instructions over how to do what. So fun fact, if you're looking at your manual. So, and that actually also showed me that the front light also mounts right here. I thought for some reason it would mount up here with this whole like faceplate full bolt looking thing, but nope. So that was kind of nice. I'm glad I stopped to look at that for a second. But yeah, it'll actually mount right here with the fender. Nice. That's really cool. I love that this has the lights built in. To install this rear rack, and actually the rear red light goes on the back of this, so I do recommend installing this for sure. You're gonna take off these 2 bolts and these 2 bolts, and they both look like they're 4s. All right, you got a 4. And in the instruction, the little manual, it looked like there was a nice little multi-tool. Mine didn't come with the multi-tool, so I don't know. If you have this bike already, let me know. Did yours come with a nice multi-tool? Kind of looks like a Swiss Army knife almost looking thing. It's kind of cool. I feel like I'm gonna have to spread these just a little bit. There we go. All right. So you're gonna do the bottom ones. Do the same thing I did in the front. I'm just gonna kind of get them in there a little bit. And these bolts do have just a little dab of blue Loctite, so that's nice. Shouldn't really have to worry about these bolts backing out or anything. That is now installed. Making really good progress. Okay. I'm not sure if there's like a good way to like wire this. So I don't know, I'm gonna kind of go through this and try to keep the wire out of the way. I'll probably zip tie it. Try to get a little bit closer here for you. You can see there's just little black bolts. Get that brake light on. I'll snug them down in a second with just a little wrench. I'm pretty sure for the most part of like the assembly, the bike's like done and good to go. Besides pedals, I'll have to put these on. But I kind of wanted to show you what I typically do with with this style of brake, okay? So this is a disc brake, okay? If you get it just right in the light, you can typically see kind of like where the rotor's rubbing or where it's not rubbing. What I'll typically do is you can squeeze the brake lever and you'll see it tighten and move, and then you can kind of tighten it kind of up and down just to kind of get the caliper centered. Whenever you squeeze the brake lever, only one side of this caliper actuates. What I mean by that is whenever you pull it, only one of the pads come in, the other pad's stationary. So what you're trying to do is get that stationary pad as close to the rotor without it touching as you can. So when it kind of does break, it kind of sandwiches it into it. But just by doing what I did, you could already, I mean, the brake rub's gone now. So yeah, and you can fine tune it a little bit. I really won't know what I'll want to do with it until I get it on the actual road and see, you know, how good it feels or doesn't feel. But typically doing the brake lever and that will work. If you still have a little rub, you can go to the other side of the caliper and there's a little bolt right here. And it's a 5 as well. And you can go lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Lefty-loosey will actually bring that pad out. So if you need a little bit more room, you can do that. Or if you could squeeze it in because you want like better actuation with your lever pull, then you can tighten it in a little bit. So it kind of just depends on like what you're shooting for and how it feels. So it's kind of like the best way I can really help you understand or try to explain on camera how this actually works. And it's the same way with the rear brake as well. Typically though, with the bike straight from the factory, your rear brake will actually be centered and you'll be okay. So there you go, kind of setting up the brake a little bit for you. So technically speaking, as of now, the bike is completed in its entirety. I got a couple little marks here on the frame. I'm guessing that's from shipping, sadly. It is what it is, nothing super crazy. I'll try to get some, I don't know, something. I mean, most of it's coming off, so that's good. I do want to see how this battery pops out. So let's figure that out real quick. And then after we figure some of this out, we're gonna, I guess, take it for a little ride and see how she performs. But yeah, so you got your keys. They were just hanging on the handlebars. They were just zip tied up there. So we should just be able to put the key in there, turn it, and your battery should come out. That's super nice and easy. I love that. Holy cow. Battery brand and information for those of you who care. Little safety seal. Looks like it. So that's good. Original, genuine tear. Tear invalid. So yeah, little safety precaution there. So don't mess with this. See how easy it goes back in. Should just, yeah, nice. Whenever you push the power, you can check the level real quick. Red means it's low, green's half, blue's all the way full basically. As I said, it was like 90%, so that's kind of cool. You got a quick way to check that. I believe I could throw some pedals on this and we can go for a little bike ride. So let's put some pedals on this and we'll go for a little bike ride. Let's get some footage of just riding around and stuff like that. And then, I don't know, I'll just kind of come back with my final thoughts.
Use your throttle. Just push, yeah, just push it. You won't have to pedal. Just hold it down.
Like all the way?
Just push it, yeah.
Okay.
You'll turn right up here. Hi, Marley.
Hey.
Before we get into your opinion over the bike, I have this to show you because in the unboxing I couldn't find it and I didn't think it came with it, but I did find the fancy multi-tool that it came with and it's actually pretty nice.
This came with that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, so I was looking for it and the only thing I found was, I don't remember where I put it, this fancy little like Y tool, which is actually super nice. So I'm gonna use it a lot. Hey, Sprocket. But it does have this, but it's in the phone holder that it comes with, case, box, So I thought it would have just been the phone holder and not the actual multi-tool.
Yeah.
So this is actually pretty cool. I'm probably gonna throw this in the back of my fake truck, my Hyundai Santa Cruz, and keep it because it seems nice. So it does have this. So if you end up buying one of these, make sure you look in the actual box that has the phone holder. So went on a little ride. Basically, we did a live feed the other day and kind of shared a little bit over what this bike was going to be used for in the sense of like what I was going to use it for. And of course, primarily I was going to use it for Marley. I wanted to get this bike. I was reached out to by this company. And so got it set up for you. In the middle of the ride, her saddle like went all the way down. So she was like knees to chest. And we were talking, and I was like, go ahead and stop for a second. And I had her stop and pull over and realize that the seat had went all the way down. So we tightened it a little bit, and she's like, ooh, it feels a lot better.
I was like, I don't remember feeling like that when we took off.
So, but I mean, I guess just like we kind of stopped and talked about in the middle of the ride, just kind of what you're thinking. But I guess kind of now like first ride impressions, first ride overview thoughts. I mean, like, what did you think about the bike in its entirety?
I really liked it, and I feel like there were things at the beginning of the ride, I was like, oh, that's kind of hard, but then I kind of learned as we went how to, my brain,
just like
eradicate, like, that might not be the right word.
Isn't that a Pokemon? But no.
Like to fix the...
Well, just getting used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, so this was really her first time on an e-bike, and there's like a sweet spot for like the level of the motor and what gear you're in and how they function together basically. And like depending on how fast you're going, and like there's a lot of kind of moving parts so you don't like snap chains and things like that. Yeah. But I mean like...
So like, for example, we stopped and I'm on my highest gear and we had stopped, and then when I went to take off, I'm like, I cannot pedal, and the pedal assist was like kicking on.
In the middle of the ride, you started to use your throttle because this actually has a throttle. Did that help with that?
So what I started doing is when I was stopped completely and I'm on my highest gear, I would just hit that throttle for like a second, get it going, and then I'm good to go.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
But okay, so like what about just like comfortability of it, like riding it and stuff? Like
I really think it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay. You were having some slight issues with the brakes. You just like braking power kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you ride it and really try. But I feel like when we went to, go ahead.
So I'm not sure. So that was the first ride on the bike. I mean, I took it around the block when I put it together to make sure it was shifting okay and that kind of stuff, and that it was braking okay. But the brakes really haven't been bedded in or anything of that nature. So I don't know if it's just the brakes needing to be bedded in kind of a situation, or if it's the brake pad material. Maybe they're not the best. So it'll take a couple rides to really get a good glimpse of that, to see how that works, and just what's going on with that. But I will say the actuation of the levers themselves, like you don't have to pull them very hard for them to bite. Whereas like some, because these are cable actuated, so some brakes that are cable actuated, like if they're not set up well, like you're pulling the lever all the way to the handlebar just to get it to slow down a little bit. So that is pretty nice. So I do like that a lot. And you got tons of mounts and some rack options and things like that. And ooh, let me get this.
The basket.
It's pretty fancy.
It's a fancy basket.
So I don't have this. It's kind of hard to see, but it bolts to the front of it. And I don't have it bolted on right now. But so it would bolt on like this. But what's cool is there's a little latch here, and you actually, I don't want to get my finger. It's spring loaded.
So I can take my little bike to the farmer's market and load up on my produce.
Produce.
Give me some fresh produce.
Put some, you can put ET in this.
Carry a Was Rocket fit in it?
No, we're not putting that canine sack
He's
for
like,
that.
hi.
But so I thought this was cool. So it folds up pretty easily too. It's definitely very spring loaded. But so you just fold it up, and then there's the little latch, and then so you can have it open or closed. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, there's just 4 screws that mount to the front of the bike on it. So that's neat. I really like that. What do you think about the color?
You know,
very bright.
Qronge.
Qronge. You murdered that. You really put. See, I'm bad at saying things.
I thought it was Qronge.
I'm trying to do research. No,
Qronge orange.
Qronge orange. Qronge. No, it's Qronge. We're honestly pretty good for each other.
Yeah.
Qronge.
Anyway,
The Qronge.
it's definitely not my color.
Sure.
But it's pretty.
I like it actually, and with the tan, I think it's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
the fenders are nice; they went on real easily, and shifting wise, I feel like it shifts pretty good.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not bad.
it
so
shifts great. These grips honestly are pretty comfortable.
yeah, and they kind of have the flare for like
Yeah.
the palms of your hands to kind of rest on.
They're
so
nice.
I mean, you looked good on it, like riding it, like you looked like you were comfortable.
Like it
and
feels like it. It almost feels like it's a cruiser.
sure, and that's kind of what it's more aimed for.
You know, like
yeah.
those.
Yep, it's like a comfortable, like a more
Yeah.
comfortable town rider bike.
Right.
So, all right. So now the question of the day, Marley, is it the right or the Qronge bike? See what I did there? What do you think? Would you recommend it? Do you like it?
Oh, absolutely.
So it gets pretty
It's
nice. And it is more of a
Yeah.
budget. It's actually more of a budget-friendly e-bike. I'll put the price here.
Sure, like-
because where it's on for online, and I actually have codes and stuff down, so definitely click those if you decide to buy one of these and you're looking for one. But I mean, for what it is, that's nice. It went together pretty easily. I mean, the ride's really nice. I mean, not a crazy fork up front, just a coil fork for just kind of hitting some stuff, if you know, just to give you a little bit of suspension there. So, but overall, I mean, it's just a really nice looking e-bike.
It's fantastic. Like honestly, this isn't something that I would have ever went and bought.
Sure.
Or
So how about this? Now have ridden one. So obviously the company sent it to us.
Right.
Would you be like, I would buy one of these?
yeah, I
Sure.
would. Like I really enjoyed it, and I love that I could still push myself if I wanted
Sure.
to.
Yeah, that was one of the nice things because yours topped out at like 20.5 is what the
20.5.
speedometer says. And then my e-bike tops out at like 19.5. So like when she was just cruising, like I was working to keep up with her, which was pretty funny how it worked, like how it all went down that way. But I don't know, I think it's a nice bike, and I think for what we're going to use it for, it's perfect. And if you decide to like maybe, because the farmer's market actually, even though we were joking, is 3 blocks away from
Right.
here. I mean, riding this to load some stuff up, we got a friend that makes is it yeast or
Sourdough.
Sourdough.
Yeah.
She makes some crazy good sourdough cinnamon
Yeah.
rolls. Run over there real quick, grab some, throw them in your fancy ET basket.
Yeah.
And come back. So
Ride my
but
bike.
No. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted this to be the unboxing and the first review, and we'll probably do another video a couple weeks from now, just after we get some more miles on it, because that ride was only about 12 miles. We just kind of wanted to go out and try it and see what we thought. So, but yeah, other than that, guys, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. It's nice to have Marley on the channel every now and then. So you see my nephew every now and then. You don't really get to see Marley too much anymore. Between children and work and fun things, we're a little busy family, but we try to I guess promote each other's stuff. She does TikTok stuff now, so that's fun. But other than that, yeah, comments, questions, put them down in the the fun section down there. But yeah, thank you everybody, and until next time, everybody take care.
Bye.